companies have used social media effectively and pretty efficiently overseas and or in India. Could you please share with us the areas in which you have used social media?
Right. One is, of course, in our engagement with customers, because being in the knowledge space, the ability to actually educate and impart real-time knowledge is one area that's been used. And the second is engaging with the larger research community. So, for example, I think we've put out products which really have not seen the light of day, but we put out research in those areas into the public domain, in the area of neglected diseases and things like that. Also, in collaborating with people working in the communities working in the same disease state and sharing knowledge wherever possible. So I think these are the two broad areas where social media has been used by GSK.
The way we approached it was more to say that how can we use the benefits of Web 2, and we didn't really call it as social network, and we really started a Web 2 application, and it was pretty much internally directed at employees initially. Then we sort of opened it up to external environment. So we actually are in B2E in both spaces, in employees and external environment. The other area which we certainly use internally is the collaborative tool which comes through this for innovation. Basically, we use it in a platform called Innoverse, which is still a closed platform. We've not opened it to the external world. But I would really say we are in the early stages, but we're beginning to engage on Web 2 much more intimately.
I think LinkedIn is a great tool to sort of network within the industry. I've seen a lot of industry groups in LinkedIn and a lot of people linking with each other, whether it is for knowledge sharing, whether it is for purely sort of career planning purposes. There's a lot of, I would say, knowledge sharing and recruitment oriented opportunities available in LinkedIn.
Mr. Mukundan, no offense meant, but your industry is not considered to be very environmental friendly. In fact, you actually damage the environment quite a bit. Now, how, at the same time, it's not entirely true that you're destroying it. See, how would you actually deal with such a situation using social media credibly?
So we started a website initially as a small effort called www.humantouchofchemistry.com, where you can go around, play games, you can learn about periodic table. It's got very innovative ways of talking about what each material, each element in the periodic table, what it does. It's almost like as long as you're about 5 years old, you can actually play around with that entire space. And that has attracted a lot of traffic, and what we are trying to do now is to also bring in other sciences in. So not just restricted to chemistry, bring other sciences in and showcase it to kids so that they get attracted to science. So it started off as a very small effort to engage with young minds, because if young minds are told the right input when they grow up as adults, they would not view this industry negatively.
I think we've got, as an audience, we've got some fantastic answers to all the questions. And they're all leading to one point. I don't see anyone of you saying this whole social media business is meant for marketing alone. Talk about HR, product, this, that, and the other, everything. So can each one spend 1 minute to explain in your own company whether you would actually house this as part of marketing or as a separate shared service kind of thing which will help all others, like one team said core team which will help others, or would you think that the company is mature enough to have a few people in each of the departments dealing with it, part-time, whole-time, whatever?
No, here at BASF we have decided that it will be a separate wing. It will be part of our corporate communications. And in the corporate communications, a specialized wing is taken. This is centralized. Then different functions and different business divisions, they have identified experts who have now over the last 6 to 8 months gone for specialized training. So they combine knowledge about the social media, but they bring the expertise of their respective divisions. So they are in touch, but they do not go directly outside, but they go through the centralized area, which is housed within the communication.
So the debate in my mind is, should I regulate the team, and if we regulate, how much do we regulate? Is it a central affair or is it a decentralized sort of, empowered affair? So according to me, I am still on the central front. I'm slowly letting it go as we find out answers. But I guess from a very, very decentral point of view, I don't feel that comfortable, because then we will not be able to monitor who's talking to whom about what.
I would agree with Arjun, and I would definitely like to keep it regulated, at least to start with, and probably form some kind of a core team that brings in from marketing, HR, within the organization, brings in different people, but most definitely regulate what content would be presented. As coming in today, I was probably the most skeptical than anyone else, and I really had serious doubts, but I'm actually very, very impressed, and it's been very, very thought-provoking seeing all these presentations, and I think we really seriously need to start making a social media strategy going forward, starting maybe at a small scale in the next few months and then taking it wider.